You're probably wondering, what is this behind me? And this is a cyber threat map. It means that there are vulnerable computers and routers all around the world that are set up intentionally to be hacked. And that is what we're seeing right now is computers and routers across the world that are experiencing cyber attacks right in this moment. And what that does is it allows security researchers to come up with more advanced ways of securing the people, the data, and the technology. And those active threats that you see are learning new ways to protect businesses. It is 1:30 Central Standard Time on Thursday, and this is your weekly cybersecurity briefing. We have a few things to go over today to get you what information that you need since the last time we met last week. So first off, today, I want to get right into this. And you can see that a local municipality here, it's the Branson Police Department, you can see that they shared something to their citizens on the social media page. And what simply is being described in this post is that you might receive a package and the from sender isn't on there, but it's to you and it's a different name potentially on the package. And you would pick it up and you'd be like, I have no clue of who to contact to give this back to. It's clearly the wrong address, the wrong information. So you might open it up and be like, I didn't order these things in here. And what you'll find in the package is a little label and it has a QR code and it says, if found or is not yours, please scan the QR code. And then it's supposed to be able to take you to information on notifying that you should not have this package and that you can report that to them. When you scan that QR code, it's allowing hackers to then get into your phone or device, mobile device. And once they do that, then they can have complete control over your device. And it might not seem very invasive, or from scanning a QR code, you're like, I get that on all of my marketing materials, right? But this is intentional. In business, we have what's called a customer cost of acquisition. Just simply means, what is the dollar amount that it takes to acquire a new customer? Well, hackers have this as well. And if it's as simple as mailing a package to you, it lands on your front doorstep or your business, and your front desk receptionist, who might also have her work email on her phone, sees this package, opens it up, and scans that QR code. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, well, I don't really care about her device, right? Oh, wait, your company's email is on that device. Work-related applications and communication. Maybe there's saved passwords to browsers on that device. You are starting to get the picture. Hackers are now into your assistants or admin assistant, front desk person's phone, and now working its way by sending fake emails to other people in the organization that are clicking on it, and they're gaining access through your organization. My mobile device? I thought mobile technology was more secured and locked down. Well, unfortunately, for every secure technology, there's a hacker wanting to exploit that device. And so what I want to bring up today, how does that happen? How is it that you can scan a QR code and the next thing you know, hackers have full control over your device? Well, there's a company called Pegasus. And if you don't remember Pegasus, foreign and even our government engaging with the NSO group. It's an Israeli software group that specializes in a piece of software called Pegasus. And it was in the news like Q3, Q4 of 24 about it being sued or trying to be shut down because it was selling its spyware to nation states, but also local government law enforcement were also using it. So were hackers. Hackers were using Pegasus as well. So they were selling both to supposedly the good guys and the bad guys. And so the Pegasus software is known to use vulnerabilities both in the iPhone and the Android to completely take it over. It can be as quick as a one click. Or they even got it down into, I think it was in 2020, let's see here, I think it was 2019, where they could call you on your phone, and just by you picking it up allowed them to inject spyware or malware. And they got in trouble because WhatsApp revealed Pegasus had employed vulnerabilities in its app. So it was using WhatsApp if you were messaging between two people or three people or whatever on WhatsApp, they could use that to get into your mobile device. So Pegasus is no new piece of software. It's been in the cybersecurity community for a long time. But I wanted to share this with you today so you can understand how that works and that there is specific software written to take control of your mobile devices. We used to think that because mobile devices were secured, you didn't have to really worry about them or lock them down or secure them. And we would recommend an MDM, a mobile device management system, where all of your devices are enrolled and locked down, where apps can't just be installed, where you quickly scan a QR code and the next thing you know, hackers have control of your device. We have to be smarter about this. As business owners and people responsible for the people inside the business, whether that be executive leadership, we have to be thinking, how do we secure the technology? Because we don't want to be in a vulnerable state. We don't want hackers to be able to access your company just from a simple QR code scan. And next thing you know, your whole business is facing a full-on cyber attack or a breach. So it's evident. We have to be on top of things. So be aware. Don't scan QR codes from packages you're not familiar with. Next up, we're going to talk about Microsoft Patch Tuesday. You know, it's gotten its name because Microsoft traditionally always released patches on Patch Tuesday. And this week, there's specifically 3 zero-day vulnerabilities that receive patches. And if you don't have somebody managing your systems and patching them regularly, like if not real time, it should be near real time. I know that we patch systems on a regular basis around here at Vandernet and our customers, and critical patches get immediately released so that way they can get installed and secure those devices as fast as possible. So if you have not done your patch updates, your security updates, you need to do that ASAP, because zero-day vulnerabilities are actively being exploited. What does that mean? It means hackers are already aware of these holes and they're using them. So secure your business and those devices today. Get them up to date. Get them up to date. All right. Last but not least, we're going to talk about today the concept of BYOB or BYOD. You maybe are not familiar with it, the term BYOD. It stands for bring your own device. And typically when that term is used, it means that a company is employing people, and those people are bringing their personal computers, cell phones, and technology to work to perform work on behalf of the company. Why is this a problem? Well, you notice that I said BYOD first, or BYOB, and BYOB meaning bring your own breach. Or if you want to use the same acronym as bring your own device, it's bring your own destruction. Many companies say, if I give somebody the ability to use their personal device and remote into our corporate network, they cannot compromise our network. Hackers can't get into our network. We hear this all the time here at Vandernet of, hey, we're secure. We remote into all of our stuff. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm so glad that you have the technology and the ability to have people remote into your network. But here's where you're vulnerable if they're using their own personal devices. And you think it can't happen to you. But let's talk about a cybersecurity position company that it happened to. I'm going to pull this up right now and we're going to talk about it. If you guys don't remember, there's a password management company called LastPass, and their whole initiative of what they do is storing passwords in the browser for you. So that way you can just go to a website, autofills your password. Every website can have a unique password, and then you're off to the races. Well, in 2022, they employed developers, and those developers were utilizing their own personal devices. They were bringing their own devices to work. And unbeknownst to LastPass, one particular developer that was using his own, maybe they knew that he was using his own device, but what they didn't know is that a hacker had installed a keylogger on this guy's device. What's a keylogger? A keylogger is a piece of software that gets installed on your computer. And as you're typing all those keys, passwords, maybe a social security number, birth dates into your computer, all of that information is getting logged, i.e. a key logger. It's getting put into a database and sent to the hackers. We use our credit cards all the time to buy things online. So if all that personal information, like your social security number, your birth date, if that didn't ring any bells for you, what if they get access to your credit card number? That means that they can buy things with your credit card number. And so in this particular case with this LastPass developer, all of his keystrokes were being recorded and put into a database and shipped off to hackers. So ultimately, what that meant for LastPass was the hackers took his username, his password to get into their corporate network and then create havoc. And that's why we had BYOD, bring your own breach. What are the ramifications of people using their own devices to do work for your business? What if your employees, maybe they have a work device, but they also have their home computer and they're logging in? Maybe you provide it, but you still allow them to log into their email, their Office 365, their Google Business email on their personal devices. Because maybe you think you have it locked down and secured, but those personal devices could be the gateway to your SharePoint directories, where you store all of your proprietary company information. We have to think about it all. Want to save in the short term and have your employees use their own personal devices to perform work. That might be fine now, but it could cost your business greatly in the future. So that's my cybersecurity tip today is let's not have bring your own destruction. Let's not have bring your own devices to work or bring your own breach, because that would be the absolute worst thing that your business could face is a breach. And I don't want that for you. Those packages that are landing on your doorstep that aren't really yours, that only cost the hacker $5 to ship to your business and then get into your network. That sounds like a pretty cheap cost of customer acquisition to me. Then let's also think about making sure they're patching those computers, that you're staying on top of it. Like this week, we had those 3 vulnerabilities. We'll see you next week, Thursday, 1:30 Central Standard Time, where we will bring you the latest on what's going on in the world regarding cybersecurity. Talk to you later.